Hello and welcome to Frozen Synapse Live number 25. Today I'll be covering the DGL number 2 semis and finals, and we've got some very good players in these matches. We've got Wonder Hero, we've got Jeffis, we've got Siren, and we've got Watch This Nub, all four of which are very good and very experienced players. First up, we've got Siren versus Wonder Hero for, as usual, a total of 3 matches. And the first of those is disputed. In this disputed, as you can see, we've got nice and balanced teams with 2 MGs and a shotgunner on each team, which should make for some interesting play for control over the center, and there's quite a bit of cover around, and the cover is spaced so that a lot of different movement should be possible with the shotgunners, and they will thus be very important in this match. Well, let's just watch the first turn here then. Both players go of course towards the center. I can't say I like Siren's position up here though, as it restricts his mobility very much, as if he wants to go anywhere with that machine gunner he will first have to go up and then down, or to the left and then back towards the right again. As to the rest, their position seems quite logical. His shotgunner controls quite a bit of the center right now, and with its current position it will be very hard for Wonder Hero to attack it. And with his machine gunner here, he's got this area covered, and Wonder Hero can't really advance upwards anymore without risking getting shot. For some reason Siren actually pulls back with this MG here and sends it up to the top. I'm not sure what use it will be up there. Down here it's kind of a standoff, with Siren being ducked down behind here and Wonder Hero being ducked down behind here, and strangely enough neither player stands up, so they don't actually get to scout much. There is some standing up towards the middle there though. So onwards to turn 3, Siren runs right past Wonder Hero shotgunner and gets it killed, which, well, with the current position of the rest of his units, I'd say it's pretty much doomed now. What with the boxes spawning in a single turn now, it looks like almost all the boxes are going to be spawning near Wonder Hero, and it will thus be very hard for Siren to actually grab those. And on turn 4 here, Siren almost gets a kill, but not quite, and as expected the boxes spawn highly favorable to Wonder Hero, with only a single box being within Siren's reach. So due to the loss of that shotgunner, I don't think victory is possible for Siren now. And Wonder Hero grabs 3 of the boxes, Siren grabs 1 and almost runs off with it. And Wonder Hero has already run off with 1 of the boxes. And there's only 1 box remaining here, and of course 2 are being carried down there. And well, it looks like Wonder Hero should easily be able to escape with his boxes now and thus win the match. And that is exactly what he does. Nicely played by Wonder Hero. Way too risky move with his shotgunner from Siren. And his positioning in the top left corner didn't help at all. So, a nice victory. And onwards we've got Light Secure. And loading is for some reason quite slow right now, hopefully finished soon. It's a bit strange that the loading time should be long right now, seeing as there are currently very few people on the UK1 server, only 50 or so. And the match has now finally loaded. Teams are a bit in Siren's favor, though of course Wonder Hero has picked a pretty nice bid area here, as it actually allows him to utilize his sniper. Quite a few buildings in the way, but other than that, not much to comment on for this starting position. And quite aggressive defense from Wonder Hero actually, which is pretty surprising. He's got a far forward position, and that covers most of the top, though it seems he's currently a bit vulnerable from the bottom. But since Siren has walked right into this building, he can't really maneuver around to the bottom in time to actually exploit that little hole there. So, well, he does actually maneuver around, and yeah, Wonder Hero covers that bit at the very end there and has that nicely closed off. And with Wonder Hero's current position, it will be the only reasonable way I can see for Siren to progress here is with some sort of distraction. So, on to turn 3. Wonder Hero actually does a bit of distraction at the bottom here. And also up here. And in the end he also gets a kill on one of Siren's MGs. And Siren is now down to 2 versus 3, and I don't think he can win. And he gets both remaining units killed while he rushes towards the center. So I guess Siren should have bid to win this match, as this bid area here with Wonder Hero's defense was very hard to actually attack. And for the very last match we've got Charge. Teams are 2 MGs, shotgunner and a rocket launchers, versus 1 MG, a shotgunner, a rocket launcher and a grenade launcher. Wonder Hero has quite a bit of utility in his team, but he also of course has less direct fire units. I wouldn't say the teams are unbalanced, though Wonder Hero has more tactics he could use. Map itself seems pretty balanced. Might be a bit easier for Wonder Hero to attack here than for Siren due to this wall, but of course due to the rocket launchers, walls aren't really that big of an issue. So let's just play on the first turn. Strangely enough, Siren stands completely still with 2 of his MGs. He obviously didn't forget about them, as he did aim, but it's a pretty strange tactic. And Wonder Hero is going quite aggressively towards the middle here and quite far ahead. And Siren is actually attacking here, so that makes his very defensive position even more baffling. And with Wonder Hero's current position, I don't really see any real way for Siren to actually attack now. And he only goes a little bit further forward now, and Wonder Hero still has most of the line covered. And Siren is still quite far back. Almost gets a kill on the rocket launcher there, but I think it will probably survive, but I'm not sure. And then Siren loses 2 units to a grenade, making victory basically impossible, though it wasn't far from it earlier either. So, and he loses another unit to a grenade, and now it's impossible, quite literally impossible for him to get to the line on time. So I have no idea what Siren was doing here. I mean, this kind of position isn't really something that can succeed when you're attacking, especially this far ahead, as you're sacrificing an entire turn just standing still. And this unit wasn't in any position to get kills. This one might have, but I have no idea why he did what he did. So let's go on to Jeffis versus Watch This Nub. And first up is Secure. Huge bid here by Jeffis. He's got the whole upper right corner, and yeah, it's 2 versus 3 MGs. Watch This Nub has quite a few angles of attack, but the few buildings makes attacking quite hard for him here, as Jeffis can cover almost all the cover in this map. So yeah, this will be very hard for Watch This Nub. And Jeffis gets 2 kills on the very first turn, though he does sacrifice 1 unit, and since it's light he knows where the last unit is, and it will thus be basically impossible for Watch This Nub to get to the area and survive for long enough. And Jeffis gets kill on the last unit. Very short game, very decisive start here, and actually a pretty clever bid by Jeffis, as it ensured he would win the bid, and he also had a actually pretty defendable area. He could have bid even larger if it felt like it, but there wouldn't have been much point to that. Their second match is Disputed. With Jeffis having 3 MGs while Watch This Nub has 2 MGs and a shotgunner. Watch This Nub has the more useful team here, but yeah, that's pretty much it. The map doesn't look like it's much to either player's advantage, so starting off, Watch This Nub does have a slight advantage, but Jeffis is an extremely skilled player, so it's still an uphill battle. At the start here, Watch This Nub is actually surprisingly defensive towards the bottom here. At least he's not really advanced all that far, and Jeffis is in comparison quite a bit further ahead than Watch This Nub, except when it comes to the shotgunner, of course. And these open spaces here and here makes it actually quite hard for Watch This Nub to control the center with his shotgunner, but he could control some with his stood here or similar. So let's just watch the next turn. He goes for this building here, maneuvers around a little bit up here. He might be able to catch this unit from behind, but since there are no doorways here, he can't actually pursue it. And he checks out from behind there, and I think he got spotted by Jeffis there, but I'm not sure. And yeah, Jeffis has pretty far ahead here, and it looks like he's gonna get a sneak kill on Watch This Nub here, as this unit is right about to engage and Watch This Nub hasn't actually seen it. Of course, he might have seen it going downwards with his shotgunner, and if so, he might be able to react in time. Who knows? So let's see if he loses that unit. He does actually react, though that reaction wouldn't have saved him, I think. as it looks to me like he would have run right into the bullets. And the boxes have now spawned, with 2 of the boxes being relatively easy for Snub to grab, while the rest are really up for grabs here. So let's just go on to turn 5. And Snub is a bit careless with his shotgunner up there, getting it killed from very far away by this MG, as he's just standing still up there. But Jeffis does lose 1 MG right before grabbing a box. So, well, the situations are now roughly equal, really. So let's just see. Should be interesting to see what happens. And Snub does grab 2 of the boxes, or almost at least. And no more kills happen on this turn. So let's go on to turn 7. And he grabs yet another box. He's got 3 boxes now actually. So if he can only run off the map now, which looks very plausible, he will win this match. So yeah, Jeffis wasn't really careful enough to prevent their escape and thus lost this match. So pretty nicely played by Snub there, with the exception of course of that shotgunner he lost. And for the final match we've got Charge. And this time around we've got MG, grenade launcher, shotgun and sniper versus MG, rocket launcher, grenade launcher and shotgunner. The teams are probably in Snub's favor here, as the loss of sniper isn't really all that important, but the advantage the rocket launcher gives is quite significant. So let's just watch how it goes. His bid is quite reasonable, really, quite a natural limit there. I'm a bit surprised Jeffis didn't bid maybe 1 step further, which would have countered that bid, I think. And their starting moves, pretty nice moves, quite a bit of scouting going on Snub's part, though I don't think he actually saw anything. And Jeffis has a pretty nice position as well. His MG isn't currently in a particularly useful position, but it will probably be getting there soon. And he gets a kill with his shotgunner there, while Snub still hasn't passed the line. And that loss there is quite major, as that was one of Snub's only 2 direct fire units. And the grenade launcher has this area quite locked down, so it will be hard for Snub to do, well, anything up there. And Jeffis gets another kill there, as Snub, well, a bit careless with the timing there it seems. But the shotgunner does get killed in return, and Snub is now down to only 1 unit really being able to cross the line in time, so it will thus be very hard for him to win now, as this grenade launcher here can easily kill the shotgunner if it stays here, and it can't really advance towards the top here quite all that simply. He could try going on the lower side there, but then he's at risk from this sniper, so let's see how it goes. And he loses the shotgunner to the MG. Quite clever move there by Jeffis, Snap should have checked the angles better, and Snap has now basically lost due to not being able to get to the line on time. So very nicely played by Jeffy's here, countered really most of the possible moves for Snap, so thus sending him on to the finals versus Wonder Hero. And first up we've got Secure. Interesting bid here by Jeffys. But it looks like it should be pretty defensible. We can't actually see where Wonder Hero is able to spawn here, though I assume this area, and maybe something over here or something. Probably up here, considering Jeffys has these two units situated there. And Jeffys has a sniper, but that's not very useful on this map, it would seem. So let's just play turn 1. Wonder Hero keeps his units together to attack up here, and Jeffys has this area pretty nicely covered now. Yeah, Wonder Hero split up a little bit. Actually ends up splitting up all his units now. And from this situation it looks like he should be able to attack this sniper from below. But Jeffys moves to counter that, but still loses the sniper. So I don't think Wonder Hero can just run into the area now, but it shouldn't be too hard for him to win, I think. For some reason he does quite a bit of distraction down there actually. I don't know if that actually achieved anything. Though I guess... No, I don't see what he was trying to do with that running back and forth right there. But he's now got 2 units there, and I'm far from sure it will be possible for Jeffs to kill them on time if he attacks from all angles now. As Jeffys will have to cover this area to prevent this unit from just running into the zone there. But let's see what Wonder Hero tries to do. He actually gets a kill on Jeffys up there, and he's now... He did lose 1 unit though, but due to this unit's position he's now basically lost the game. Jeffys, that is. It's surprising to me that Wonder Hero went this far up. He would have won on the previous turn if he'd only stayed down here instead of running up there. So I don't see the point of that bit, but he won the game quite nicely. So nice play by Wonder Hero, though it did a few quite strange things like the running back and forth here, and of course the move up there. And second up we've got Charge with 2 MGs and a rocket launcher versus an MG, a sniper and a grenade launcher. I'm actually not sure which team is best here. Jeffys is lacking in direct fire capability, I'd say, due to the sniper, but I'm not sure. Quite aggressive bid by Wonder here there, considering the grenade launcher. And I think this is actually a game we've shown before, but I'm not sure. So let's see how it goes here. Quite logical positioning in the start here. Wonder Hero should probably have advanced a little bit with this rocket launcher, though as with its current position it will be almost impossible for it to get to the line if something should happen to these 2 MGs. True that, Neofelis, but I don't think it actually achieved anything, but it might have achieved something if Jeffis had done something slightly differently, I guess. And, well, not much actually happening quite yet. And Wonder gets sniped and then gets his other two units taken out by a very nice little placed grenade there. I guess he hadn't realized it was possible for Jeff to fire a grenade down there. So very nicely placed grenade by Jeffis there. And of course quite bad luck with that rocket launcher. And for the last and deciding game, we've got Disputed. Once again with 2 MGs and a sniper versus 3 MGs. And there are a lot of buildings on this map, making the sniper virtually useless. So, well, that's a pretty big disadvantage for Wonder Hero, says he basically only has 2 useful units on this map versus Jeff's 3. So let's just watch how it goes. And due to the building structure here, it looks like it will be much easier for Jeffis than for Wonder Hero to control the center. Though, if Wonder Hero is fast enough, I guess he could manage to take some control. Yeah, nothing much to say about the first turn here. Nice scouting move by Jeffis there. He scouted 2 units, I think. Wonder is leaving the sniper up here. I guess he's realized it's not really useful anywhere, so he might as well just leave it up there and maybe get some chance kill down there. Nice bit of scouting there by Jeffis, but he does manage to get his top MG kill there. That's actually a pretty clever move, but looks like Wonder Hero had already realized that possibility and thus moved a bit further back, thus making that move fail. And that's quite interesting. They both continue on side pass there, and Jeffis kills Wonder Hero's MG from behind. Wonder Hero's quite lucky appearance has the box spawn on him, and the rest of the boxes except this top one are much easier though for Jeffis to take than for Wonder Hero, especially these two, as Wonder Hero really doesn't have any way to get at them. So I think Jeffis will win this game simply due to having 2 useful units left, while Wonder Hero only has 1. I'm not quite sure what Jeffis was doing over to the left here. I guess he was watching out for the sniper or something like that. And Wonder Hero actually has 2 boxes now, so he only has to get 1 more box to actually win this, but getting that box will be very hard. That's actually pretty clever what he did there, but he could have caught 1 unit down here through this tiny gap between the walls. He does lose his sniper, but doesn't really matter, seeing as it was useless anyway. But what's strange is that he left it and continued on site for quite a while there. Wonder Hero is just cutting its losses now, it seems, and running off with 2 boxes, thus giving Jeffis the victory. So nicely played by Jeffis here, but Wonder Hero had quite bad luck with his unit composition, making it essentially a game of 2 versus 3 instead of 3 versus 3. So I'd say it's a pretty well-deserved victory for Jeffis. I mean, he did have several matches that were a bit in his favor, but he also had some that were not in his favor, so very nicely played, really. And well, that's all the games you've got for today, so thank you all for watching, and see you on Thursday or Saturday, depends on if I decide to go down to one stream a week or not.